What does it take to dominate the social scene, to manipulate your surroundings, and to always be 3 steps ahead of everyone else? If you've watched Gossip Girl, you know the answer is Blair Waldorf. But what if I told you that the philosophy of one of history's greatest strategists, Niccolò Machiavelli, could explain her every move? Niccolò Machiavelli, an Italian diplomat and philosopher from the Renaissance, is often remembered for his famous work, The Prince, where he outlined the art of power, control, and manipulation. Machiavelli emphasized the need for leaders to be shrewd, calculating, and willing to bend the rules for the sake of success. Today, we'll explore Blair Waldorf's rise to the top of the social ladder, her obsession with control, and her strategic brilliance, all through the lens of Machiavellian philosophy. Blair's life is a masterclass in Machiavellian tactics. Her ability to manipulate, deceive, and climb her way to the top is unmatched. Let's break down how Machiavelli's ideas explain Blair's social dominance. Blair Waldorf's personality and ambitions. Blair Waldorf, the Queen of the Upper East Side, is a young woman driven by one thing: power. From the very beginning, we see her navigate the complexities of social hierarchies with a single-minded focus on control and status. She's ambitious, manipulative, and willing to do whatever it takes to maintain her position as the undisputed leader of her social circle. Blair's key struggles. Blair's internal conflict is rooted in her need to control everything around her: her friendships, her love life, and, most importantly, her status in society. Her obsession with control often clashes with her emotions and personal desires, creating a volatile character who will stop at nothing to win. The need for power. Blair is a master of social climbing. She understands the value of alliances, the importance of appearances, and the power of strategic positioning. Whether it's manipulating Chuck Bass or orchestrating schemes to dethrone rivals, Blair is always thinking 2 steps ahead, knowing that her success depends on her ability to outmaneuver everyone else. 3. Philosophical analysis. Machiavelli's principles of power. Machiavelli's The Prince is full of advice for rulers seeking to maintain power. He famously argued that a ruler must be both feared and loved, but if one cannot be both, it's better to be feared. He also emphasized the importance of strategy, manipulation, and adaptability. A true Machiavellian ruler is one who is willing to make tough decisions and use any means necessary to secure their power. Blair's manipulation and strategy. Blair embodies these principles in almost every aspect of her life. Take her relationship with Chuck Bass. Though their love story is complicated, Blair expertly uses her relationship with Chuck as a bargaining chip in the pursuit of her own goals. Machiavelli would approve of this strategic use of personal connections to further one's agenda. Blair's ability to manipulate people is another example of Machiavellian strategy. She plays both sides in nearly every situation. In Gossip Girl, we see her use Serena's vulnerability, Chuck's desires, and even her friend's weaknesses to secure her position. Blair is a master of Machiavellian deception, keeping others off balance and never fully revealing her true intentions. Blair's obsession with control. One of the most Machiavellian aspects of Blair's character is her obsession with control. Machiavelli would argue that a ruler must maintain control over their environment and subjects to ensure stability. Blair does this through manipulation and social games. For example, she uses her influence over her school's social scene to determine who is in and who is out. Her social power is something she nurtures and protects at all costs. Blair's need for control often translates into moments of ruthlessness, especially when she feels that her position is threatened. In Season 1, she takes down her former best friend, Serena van der Woodsen, with calculated precision. Blair doesn't just want to beat Serena, she wants to make sure that she is never a threat to Blair's status again. Let's take a look at some key moments that highlight Blair's Machiavellian brilliance. In Gossip Girl, Blair is known for her ability to turn the tables on her enemies, such as when she outsmarts her rival Georgina Sparks. Blair's ability to manipulate the social dynamics at school and in her personal relationships shows just how well she understands the rules of power. In a particularly telling moment, Blair stages a fake breakup with Chuck Bass to to gain control of her relationship with him. Instead of losing power, she uses the situation to manipulate him into following her lead. She plays on his emotions, his ego, and his desires, while always remaining in control of the narrative. Machiavelli would praise this move as an example of maintaining power through clever strategy and psychological manipulation. Blair's evolution in power. As the series progresses, Blair's character grows more complex. Her ambition for power transforms from a simple desire for popularity to a more intricate pursuit of control over her life and relationships. Blair evolves into a character who, although still driven by ambition, begins to question what it truly means to be in power and whether the sacrifices are worth it. This shift in her character highlights one of the darker aspects of Machiavellian philosophy, the cost of absolute power. While Machiavelli advocates for maintaining power at all costs, Gossip Girl reveals the toll it takes on Blair's relationships and sense of self. Blair's journey is not just about social climbing. It's about realizing the cost of being the master of schemes. Blair Waldorf is the quintessential Machiavellian character, a master of manipulation, strategy, and control. Her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of high society, using her intelligence and charm to maintain power, reflects Machiavelli's core principles. From her social schemes to her ruthless tactics, Blair is a prime example of the Machiavellian approach to power.